morning.
Howdy, everybody, and welcome to Episode 3 of Random Rhapsody's test play of Magi-Knights, an echo from the stars. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and magic keeper for this mini-series event, and joining me around my virtual table today are Alyssa, Hitoshura, Jeff, and Steven. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Ryuu, unfortunately, will not be with us this evening. They're out of town. Dasonie haven't heard from yet. They might show up, so we'll see. But we're going to keep going. We got 4 players, so we are going to keep going. Now, before we begin, I want to give a shout-out to the Magi-Knights project team. Now, while the Kickstarter is over, you can still pre-order a copy of the official rulebook on their website, which is magi-knights.com. Next off, I'm pleased to announce that next Monday, we will be playing a special one-shot at an earlier time slot instead of our regular scheduled campaigns, so that our cast can, spend the holiday evening with the families. But we will be back at our regular schedule the following Monday, July 11th. And you can keep up to date with everything we're doing on Random Rhapsody by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. Okay. That should do it for the announcements. So join us as we return to Europa City and continue on with the Magi-Knights as they investigate an echo from the stars. And we're back! So to start things off tonight, everyone's going to roll a d20, and whoever rolls the lowest is going to give a recap of the previous episode from the perspective of their character. I will, of course, fill in any blanks you can't remember if you need me to, and we'll go from there. So go ahead and roll those d20s, everyone, and let's see who's going this week.
Oh, thank God. I don't have to do it 3 weeks in a row.
I don't have to do it.
Of course. Okay, this is going to be more unintelligible than usual. Pain processing brain is not at full capacity right now. Right. Last time, we finally all met up without dying, thankfully. And we decided to head, I think it was a little bit northward. And the Wanderer showed up and chatted with us a bit. And then we ran into some freaky adults. And I hid underneath this big truck. And other people decided to start, or tried to avoid fighting by aiming their attacks at this magic circle sigil thing that they seemed to be using for some sort of what's the word for it?
You mean a summoning circle?
Yeah, but what was the word I was trying to use?
Pentagram?
No, like, nope. Pain brain can't do it. Okay.
Fair enough.
Moving on. And then I came out from under the truck to try and block off the bottom of the stairs because someone was at the top of the stairs. Pain brain can't remember.
I think it was Jasmine at the time was upstairs. Or possibly Gwen.
That makes sense. And then a bunch of them decided to gang up on me, but they didn't hurt me as much as they could have because oh god, Iris, I think it was Iris, helped by making the damage less.
I think it was Gwen.
Iris,
yeah, I believe it was Gwen.
Was it Gwen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gawain was
I don't know. Pain brain is messing up things. I remember Iris coming down off the roof around that time when I was getting attacked. Yeah. And then I think that's where we stopped because that's all I have.
Yeah, that's pretty close to where we stopped off at.
Cool.
And yeah, so as you said, the Magi-Knights all investigated the downtown area, eventually found the cultists trying to attempt a summoning. The entire group, like Tilia said, tried to disrupt it, and eventually did succeed in disrupting the summoning that was going on, which pretty well pissed off the cultists. We're actually starting off right at the top of the turn order, and there's a few things going on right now. One of the hordes of adults that has been knocked out of the fight by David's discordant explosions, but another group, like Tilia said, is pummeling the hell out of her. And she...
yeah, David did explode those people. That was so cool.
Yep.
I was busy getting beat up, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm sad my trick with the truck didn't work.
Yeah, it was a good attempt, but unfortunately they just managed to roll really high. But in the end, the spell was disrupted, and the three individuals who were in red robes turned around, revealed to be men in business suit kind of attire. And while they had been focused on that spell circle, now that it's been disrupted, their focus is, on you all. So let's just go ahead and jump right back on into it, shall we? We're going to start by getting some music going, because that's always fun. Yeah.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play.
Because less people are here, it's actually making my overlays mess up, so give me 10 seconds, folks.
Alright.
9, 8,
Oh, jeez.
7,
Ha! I beat you.
6,
All
5. Okay,
that
fine.
glitters gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
I only see the basic overlay.
Yeah, I'm going to be moving you all over in 1 second here. Just bear with me.
Alright, cool.
What kind? Grizzly, polar, black bear, spirit bear?
Mon.
Let's go.
Bearmon.
Yeah, Bearmon.
Baramon. Oh, jeez.
There. Now it looks a little less empty. Okay. Now let's get you all on the map, and we're going to start things off. Should all be able to see now?
In theory.
Yep. Let me scroll over to where I'm at. Cool.
Yeah, so as everyone can see now that the map is up and looking good, Tilia, right in the middle of all of those men and women who seemed zombie-like and really more blah blah blah. But they're just pummeling the hell out of her right now. She's got that shield up, protecting herself, but still taking some damage. Iris, you managed to jump off of the roof of that building and is now on the ground there. Daryl, you're up on the roof of one of the buildings still. David, you're actually on the back of the semi over there. Gawain and Jasmine, who I am going to be controlling today, is right in front, so that's going to be interesting. But anyway, Tilia, you are at the top of our turn order. You are currently being pummeled, and you can actually try to escape this if you want to. What you got to do is you have to basically you have to beat their DC to escape. Because right now you are restrained by them, you're being held down and pummeled, but since it is your turn, you can try to escape if you want to. So you can make this either an athletics or an acrobatics check. This is going to cost you your action to do so. Or you can just stay right in the middle of there and, deal with it. It's up to you. So, what are you wanting to do?
I think I kind of don't have a choice. I'm not going to be able to handle continuing to get pummeled.
Okay, so what you need to do is you need to roll either an athletics or an acrobatics check to try to get out from all of these or humanoids that are surrounding you. So acrobatics or athletics.
Okie dokie. $18.
Yeah, that's easily enough. You kind of crouch down low and just run, slipping between their legs, coming out to the side. You have managed to get away from them. You can continue to move past if you want to, because you can actually use your full movement. They do not have reactions once you free yourself from them.
Oh, cool beans. That's okay. Oh wow, I did not expect thinking to be this hard right now. Yeah. I don't think any of my magic is I can use as like a bonus action, so I think that's all I got.
Well, remember, like I said, you can move away from them. They do not have a reaction.
Move a space back, that way I can try and interpose myself between the two of you.
Okay.
Or if you just go behind Iris, yeah.
Yeah,
there we
absolutely. Okay. So next off, we have. Well, you haven't seen this individual in a while. They kind of collapsed down and is currently lying on the bed of a truck. But they are still active and they are still able to do some stuff. And yeah, they. Honestly, the obvious thing is those in front. So basically, as Tilia comes running around back behind Iris, Daryl, you're on top. You can see a little bit of what's going on. Mm-hmm. And you would be able to see Gwen and Jasmine in front of those three cultist men. The three men in the robes. Now, you would be able to see just this odd sort of discordant wave come rushing towards Gawain. It's basically an energy blast that you can only see as little more than a ripple in space. That is a 21, which does hit. So they are going to take 10 points of psychic damage. Now, once that happens, Gawain has to make a roll to resist magic. So they're going to be doing that right now, which actually I have to do. But they are the ones in the front, so that's kind of what makes sense. So they need to make, let's see, a roll to resist.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to let my brother die. I apologized 1,000,000,000 times.
That's a 19, which is definitely a success. So while that wave does hit Gawain, and Gawain looks very, very hurt right now, they are still up, and they did manage to resist the magic that has hit them. Okay, Daryl, you're up next.
Alright, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I use my action to double move?
Yes, you can if you need to.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, so you're going to be taking a running leap to jump over that gap?
Yes.
Let's see, 5,
Do I
10,
need-
15. No, you actually just with your normal high jump, you're able to clear that.
Cool. And then, just go there, and that'll be it.
Yeah, because you can just you can jump a horizontal or vertical distance of 15 feet. So yeah.
Nice.
So you're getting yourself to right there. Do you have a bonus action you can do?
I don't think so. My sword is already lit up.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna point it at the guy that the spell came from.
Well, now that you're there, you actually can see that robed individual lying face down in the bed of the truck, almost as though they're already unconscious. The hood is back, but it's face down so that you can't really see them. But you do see like blonde, slicked back hair in one of those more professional style haircuts.
A pimp named Slickback. I knew it.
What?
Okay.
Alright, who's next?
Well, who's next is the human horde that's down there. Yeah, so Tilia managed to get back behind Iris, and this group is can really going to be focusing on Iris. So, Iris, what I'm going to need you to do is they're doing their overwhelming attack on you. So, what I need you to do is I need you to roll a d12, and you're going to be adding your either your athletics or your acrobatics skill to that.
All right. That's a 16.
16 is a success. They come lunging towards you, trying to grab you and start pummeling you with this overwhelming charging tackle. But you easily jump back out of the way and slide to one side, and they just are unable to grab you. Good job.
Nice. I knew that track practice was worth it. Gonna be worth it.
Next off is the 3 cultists that are in the front. They are in a horde. In Magi-Knights, I'll just give a moment to explain how this works, is that there are certain groups that actually act as hordes. They, while there's multiple in the group, they fight as one, they attack as one, and so they can do some very brutal attacks, but If they miss, it's basically save or suck for these abilities. Now, with this cultist horde here that's in front, really Jasmine was the one who kind of initiated the whole thing by jumping down in front of them and drop kicking them in the face. So I think really they would be focused on Jasmine. So I need, let's see here. Okay, yeah, they're going to be doing their barrage, said that wrong, barrage of flames. So they reach their hands up and begin casting, and those of you who are actually able to see them beginning to weave their hands about and mutter this strange, incomprehensible chant. And then suddenly, whoosh, this barrage of flames comes shooting out at Jasmine. Which did not actually work right. There we go. That is an 18, which is a success. It does hit for 10 points of damage. But fortunately, Jasmine is still up as well. They both had 11 hit points, which is kind of funny.
Fuck, I was muted the whole time.
Yes.
I'm on my laptop, Matt, so it won't let me measure. Every time I try, it just like drags and moves the stuff. I was just trying to see if Jasmine was close enough to, for me to try to shield with my reaction.
35 feet.
It's 35 feet. What is your range?
Shit. I don't know where to find that information on my sheet.
It should be on your Magi-Knight page.
The Magi-Knight page? Okay.
The barrier.
Yeah, looking at Jasmine's, and it does not say.
It says adjacent.
Yeah.
You or an adjacent Magi-Knight.
So that's it. That you have to be adjacent.
Okay, so they have to be next to me. Okay,
Correct.
okay, cool. Never mind. Okay.
Good thought. Good thought, though. But both Jasmine and Gawain are up, but both of them are looking extremely rough, extremely hurt right now. But we have come now to Iris's turn. So, Iris, what would you like to do?
Well, since they're in front of me and I don't really have anything else, I will take out I'll use my deck of cards and fling one the way of my opponent, the group of meandering zombie people. Mm-hmm. I'll roll to hit. That looks like a good hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Alright. So I pull out the 10 of swords and fling it at the enemy, dealing a total of minimum 4 damage.
Minimum 4 damage. But I assume you're attacking the one you had previously hit. So minimum damage of 4 is enough to take this one out. One of the as you throw that card towards them, it just smacks them. It kind of grows bigger and just hits them completely, and they just go flying back and drop to the ground unconscious.
Alright, and then I call the card back and place it in my deck, which continues to shuffle itself.
Okay. Loot Bunny's in chat now, but we did figure it out. Thank you for your help, though. Appreciate it. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, Loot Bunny.
Hi, Loot Bunny.
Hey, Bunny.
So that was your action, Iris. Do you when you use your movement or bonus action?
I guess I'll step over the guy I just conked out, and take my position, continuing to block them from getting to Tilia.
Okay, I like it.
That's my turn.
David, you are up next. What would you like to do?
David is going to continue his rampage of destroying cultists with the power of sound.
I like it.
And so it says that explosion hits 4 targets. Do I get to choose?
No,
or is it just...
I think it's you can only target 1 horde at a time, and you can target up to 4 in the horde.
1 target or 1 horde, max 4. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna hit my teammate if I explode right here.
Nope, you will not hit your teammate.
All right.
You're actually it doesn't work on your teammate. Like that's one of the functions of the Magi-Knights' power is that it only harms the evil cultists.
Okay, cool. Yeah, another little bright purple bead is gonna pop up right in the middle of this horde and just kind of glow and expand outwards until blah.
Wow. Okay, so go ahead and roll your d20. You just can't roll a 1.
Oh, 17.
Perfect.
And has a 1 in it, sadly.
It does. Oh, it does have a 1. You're right.
Oh
Shit.
man.
But as we learned after last game, you add your magical modifier to damage as well as attacks.
Yes.
So.
Nice.
And I have embolden as well. So 12 damage to each part of the horde.
Wow, 12 damage to each of the horde. Like you see, here's how I want to describe it because I think it's just really cool. Like he makes that sound, and you just see this little note go flying along till it hits the middle, then it just explodes outward with this huge wave of energy. And all 3 of those zombie-like men and women that are in that group just go flying to different walls, smacking against the back, and then just slide down unconscious.
Here's how I want to describe it. Dude, you just killed 3 people.
They're not dead.
They're not people.
Also, that
Wow. You do see they are not moving whatsoever, David. They're like just completely inert, and you hear everyone hears David whisper, "They're not dead."
You just murdered 3 people, dog.
I'm not a murderer.
They're not people. They tried to attack Tilia.
That's right.
Yeah. You tell them.
Hey guys.
They don't have rights.
Wow. Okay, that was your action. You still have your movement and bonus action if you want to do anything else.
I'm gonna move up here, and I don't believe I have anything that I can really do as a bonus that is particularly helpful at the moment.
Fair enough. Well, we're coming up to Jasmine's turn. Jasmine has used literally all of her magic in this battle already. She used 1 spell to protect the car, then she sent out a couple beams at that circle, which now, really, Daryl's the only one who can see it, but it's just a big burned, inscribed runic circle in the middle of the pavement now. Like, it's just burned in there. But, that did get disrupted, so that's cool, but now Jasmine doesn't have a lot to do other than she has her wand. And so I imagine she just kind of holds it up and says something sassy and bonks him in the head with it, because really, what else is she going to do?
You wouldn't have had to use that shield if you would drive better.
Ooh!
Shade.
Go to cultist jail, bonk.
Yeah, but it's a... So here's a roll to attack with her wand. Yeah, unfortunately an 8 is not enough. Not at all. So unfortunately she swings her wand at that cultist who just kind of dodges back and has this really evil kind of chuckle coming out of their mouth. Let's see, I don't think she can do anything else with her bonus action either. Let me just double check here real quick.
Quick, someone
Nope.
cast Summon Dog so she can give him a bonus.
It's
There are actually two dynamic objects left, actually, but it really wouldn't help her in this circumstance, not with that low of a roll. But we're going to go ahead and move on to Gwaine. Gwaine does have his sword out, and Ryuu told me that basically he's going to attack or use his barrier abilities, which actually I should have remembered that. I should have done that for Jasmine, but we'll do that next time.
can't believe you.
Hey, you know what? I got a lot of stuff that I'm running to.
That's all right.
Well, actually, you know what? Gwaine does have healing.
But did he say he was gonna use it?
Well, for now, he is just going to attack. I got to remember that he does have his reaction to do. A 21 is definitely going to hit, though. And he's actually attacking the same cultist that Jasmine attacked earlier. 9 points of slashing damage. Holding that ornamental sword overhead, Gwaine just slashes out at one of those cultists, the one that Jasmine was trying to hit. His cut goes through and slashes across his chest, burning with that that nature's type magic. You can see like little leaves kind of fluttering off of the wound as the cultist falls down to the ground unconscious. So not doing too bad so far.
Not bad at all.
But top of the turn order, Tilia, it is your go. What would you like to do? If you're talking, you're muted. Tilia, are you with us?
I saw the green light up on Discord.
I think you're muted.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
now we can.
Oh, jeepers. It didn't show as muted on my side, so I don't know what was up with that. Okay. Weirdness is happening. Okay.
One of those days.
Yeah. Alright. You know what? I haven't used this magic before, so I would like to try to use my beam, please.
I love it.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a ranged spell attack.
Okay. So it's +4. I just have to. +4. 12.
Yeah, unfortunately, a 12 misses.
Shit.
However, we still have 2 dynamic objects left. So if there's something like you could use in a way that would help you in this, like an inanimate object, something around that you can think of, you would get to add a +2 to this attack, which would be enough to hit.
Okay. Dynamic object. What if I went to the top of the stairs to give me a better view and angle, so I'm kind of looking down on
So you're looking down on them, you kind of run up it, stand up on top of the banister, kind of aim downward and shoot your beam. Yeah, that would be a good way to use an object in this area. You could actually just jump to get up there too.
Yeah.
So you can get to right there. You stand on the edge of that thing, and you kind of fire down. And yeah, 14 is enough to hit. Roll for damage.
Yay! I get to do something. I get to do something helpful.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that is 2d6 and 2d8.
46.
4d6 now. They changed it.
Oh shit! Okay.
In an update.
Okie dokie. I will have to change that. So let me roll it this way. Alright.
And I believe that one you can add your magic attack modifier to the damage too, possibly.
My magic attack modifier, I think, is just a +2.
No, it's not. I'm wrong. It is not.
Yeah.
It's just the 48. So 16 points of damage. Huge hit. Which one were you actually aiming towards? Was it the one in front of Gwen or the one adjacent?
Whichever one looks most intimidating, or the one that looks most menacing to my friends.
Loot Bunny is saying that it is plus MAM. So you do get to add your magic attack modifier.
Oh, cool.
Cool, so it'll be 18.
So yeah, it would be 18, which is a huge hit. And I imagine, look between the two of them that are still up, probably the one right in front of Gawain looks more intimidating because that's the one that's really focused on him and is right up there next to him. So you fire down that beam, the energy comes shooting out of your hand, smashes into him, and you just knock the cultist back. Or is it what? Go ahead.
Can I have my beam? I'm going to kind of like twirl my staff up over my head to like kind of generate the energy, and it swirls the like shadows, the shadows and the light until it's like this weird like crackling energy, and then with the staff kind of like bring it down so that it's kind of like aiming it towards the cultists.
Yeah, absolutely. But once it slams into it, it knocks that cultist back, and he just kind of drops to the ground, unconscious. You've taken 2 out of the 3 of the horde. One is still up. But next turn is the Acolyte's turn. And sensing that most of his people are dropping and he's kind of vulnerable, you actually see him get back up. Now, as he does, he stands up. That hood is down. Everyone who is able to get a visual on him, which is going to be Daryl, Gawain, Jasmine, and Tilia. Each one of you are going to have... you see this face where there's a mouth, but there is no nose, there are no eyes, it is completely blank. And it is one of the scariest things any of you have ever seen in your life. And I'm going to need each one of you to roll for horror. Now, how this works is this. You basically have to roll a D100, and you add your Magi-Knight level and your purity to the total.
My time has come.
So yeah, I need all of you, Daryl, Gawain, Jasmine, and Tilia. And actually, I think David would probably be able to see this as well, because they are standing up on the... bed of the truck now. So I'm going to say, yeah, David, you as well. I need each one of you to roll a D100, add your Magi-Knight level, which is 1, and your purity modifier.
My total is 30, sadly.
90.
Because having a +6 to your purity mod doesn't help you when you roll a frigging 23.
Indeed. So
yeah, I feel like adding your purity and level is kind of ineffectual when you're rolling a D100.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with you a little bit.
Yeah.
But that those Daryl with your 23 or
30.
That is a failure. David, your 90 is a success. Let's see. I need to roll up these guys real quick, so let me do this. Looks like Gawain succeeded with a 78.
Man, why I got to be the Luigi?
Unfortunately, that is a failure for Jasmine. Okay, so let's see, Iris, what did you roll?
I didn't roll.
Oh, wait a minute, no, not, yeah, you're beyond it. Tilia, with a 26, that's a failure as well. So, each one of you are horrified. You gain 1 stress point, and an additional stress point for every 15 between you and the total.
Okay.
I gotta do math real quick. That's a 40, so I think you're all good, actually. The DC was 40. That's the number you had to roll.
Okay, and it's only if you're 15 below.
Yes.
Then cool, I'm fine. I just get the 1 stress point.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you rolled a 30. So yeah. You're good. Tilia, you, I believe, actually get an additional stress point. So you've taken 2 stress points.
But I'm only 14 underneath.
Oh, you're 14 underneath? Did I do the math
Yeah.
wrong? Oh, yeah, you're right. You rolled a 26. I was looking at...
Okay.
My bad. Yeah, you're good.
Nice.
You're good.
So
Jasmine's
stress.
good. So everyone, all of you get 1 stress point.
Alright. Now, where in the world do I put that?
There's a checkbox on your character sheet.
Yeah, it's on your base sheet.
Oh, there it is. I see. Got it.
I just gotta find the specific little tag thing for the penalty for stress points.
Yeah, same. I'm scrolling through the...
Yeah, that's in... We actually have a handout for that.
Because Matt is the bestest GM.
An asbestos GM.
You,
The
because
bestest.
I'm looking at the rules for playing handouts and I'm not seeing which one it would be under.
Pretty sure I do.
Actions.
We'll find it in a bit. It's not going to matter for the combat. Purity, Loot Bunny is saying purity is more for resisting trauma and stress than it is for resisting horror, but horror is just a tiny bonus for it, since otherwise you wouldn't get any bonus. So that's why we're adding the purity in your level. It's just a little bonus to hopefully get you over the edge, if that makes sense. You know, you just got to ride that edge for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so after this happens, and like your entire group sees that, and quite a few of you are freaked the hell out of just this absolute odd, featureless face. All they have left that they can do, because they've used their action to awaken, and then they stood up, and you saw that, is they're going to get out of the truck, and they're running away. They're literally running away right now. Let's see, there's 15 feet to get up, so they have another 5, 10, 15 right there. And that's going to be it for their turn. Daryl, you're up next.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I attempt to leap attack the thing?
So you had to use your full movement to get to that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I think there is a running jump in here. Let me double check real quick.
Sure. I've got my sword at the ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that if you can run over to there and jump off that edge.
Yeah.
What I need for you is a acrobatics check. This is going to
Okay.
determine whether or not you can get right to there to hit him.
Sure. That is a dirty 20.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
absolutely. You jump and you just kind of hit that edge and leap off, and you're falling downward, downward, downward. Make your attack.
Let me find my attack roll. It's +5. Okay, so... Boom, 17.
Yeah, 17 points of damage. Nice.
No,
Jumping.
no.
Oh,
That was my
17 to hit.
attack
Sorry.
roll.
Yeah, sorry. I looked at that wrong. 17 does hit.
Okay, and then because I have my spell up, I believe my damage is 3d4, but let me check that really quick. Yes, 3d4. Cool.
Yes, it's 3d4 because you had cast the your transformation
Yes.
spell beforehand.
Yep, and then what do I... What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just saying. I was about to read chat, but if you got something, go ahead and do it.
Okay, let me roll this. Do I add anything to it?
You add your magic attack modifier to it.
Okay, that's 7 base, and then another 5.
You have a 5 for
12.
your MAM.
12
Nice.
damage. Yep.
12 points of damage. Yeah.
Yep.
As you just hack down into him, the what is your element again? I'm blanking.
Force.
Force. Yeah, that's right. You slash down there, and that's just force energy just explodes out from the cut, doing quite a bit of damage to him. He is still alive, but he ain't looking great. He clutches that energy cut in his chest and kind of stumbles back a little bit, and he just swears at you in this odd sort of language that you really don't understand.
I just stare into this unrelenting void that is his semi-face and say, "Where are you running off to, demon?"
Well played. Now, Jedi Slayer 420 is in chat. He's saying, "What a mean bunch of kids beating up on those poor cultists." Bardrak Cafe is a first-time chatter. He's saying, they're saying, "Yup, chaotic, evil, magical girls gang." Probably about right. At least some of you. Though apparently they're on the wrong account, so I don't know who it's supposed to be, but that's okay.
It's me.
It's you again? Ah.
It's me.
You have like 20 different names, dude.
No, I have 2 on Twitch.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Also, hi, Kyle.
Yeah, Alyssa
Hi,
says
Kyle.
hi, Kyle. So does Steven. Do you have anything else for your turn, Daryl?
Nope, that's it.
Fair enough. Then next off, we have those evil cultists that looking pretty damn weak, to be honest. They've already seen one of their people running off, but they're just kind of stuck there. So let's see, what are we going to do with these guys? Yeah, I think the only thing they're going to be able to really do right now is they're going to try to do an overwhelming attack at Gawain. So I'm going to need Gawain to roll a D12 and add their think it's... Let me double check here. Of course, it's been wrote down. Oh, that's going to be their resist, I think. So... Unfortunately, that is a failure, and he slashes out. But Gwaine does have the barrier spell, so I'm gonna have him use that to as his reaction to reduce the physical damage from one source by 5, so he doesn't take any damage.
Cool.
Yeah. Glad I remembered to do that this time. There, now you're on the right account.
Yeah, I forgot I was setting up their Twitch stuff since we're going to start a campaign here in a couple weeks.
Nice. But that's it for the cultist turn because they can't really move. So Iris, you're up next.
All right.
You are all the way in the back.
I am mega in the back, yeah. Let me see real quick. I just remembered something. It is right here. Okay. Let me see something. So quickening increases mana cost of it by 1 spell tier. So is that just like an extra point, or is that like 2?
I believe it's each. I think it's just 1. Let me double check. That one I actually have to pull out the handbook for.
Mm-hmm.
Loot Bunny, if you're in chat still, you might be able to tell us this. Quickening a spell, does that just increase the cost by 1 point, or is it a full 3 points?
Oh, here, I'm on that page.
You're on the page?
2.1. Hold on, where am I at? Are you talking about
Quickening a spell,
or rushed spell?
What's the difference?
Some like barrier specifically, you can quicken it, but rushed spell is on beam, explosion, curing, or restoration, and it turns it into a bonus action instead of a full action, and reduces its damage or healing by half, but uses the same amount of mana.
Okay. So I probably couldn't do that to the shoot, what is it? Is it manipulate? What's it actually called?
Are you talking overcharging a spell?
No, I'm trying to use it as like a bonus action.
Okay, yeah, that's a rush spell. It reduces the total damage by half, but it still uses the same amount of mana.
Okay, so I can't do that with manipulate though.
2.1 specifically says beam, explosion, curing, or restoration.
Yeah, I'm on 2.2, and it says the same thing.
All right, then I'll just make a dash up to this point, and I don't have any bonus actions I can take, so I'll just end my turn.
Okay, yeah. Well, you can't get past that group. That's one thing you would not be able to do. So you could get to right here, but getting around them is a challenge because Gwen's there and they're there. So that's about where you could get to.
So let me see. Is about 45 feet of movement.
Yeah,
Can
so
I leap over them?
Yes, you could. Yeah, I'd say you could leap over them. Yeah, you're right. You could do that. That's fine.
Okay. All right, then that's what I do.
So I'm still thinking in D&D terms with like reaction attacks and things like that, but they don't have reaction attacks as far as I can tell in this game.
Maybe.
Yeah, attacks of opportunity are explicitly not a thing.
Yeah. So that's okay though. That's it for Iris's turn. David, you're up next.
Okay. Let me pitch you an idea, Mr. DM.
Okay.
On the dynamic objects, it says that with your approval, we can come up with things that should qualify.
Mm-hmm.
This is like over here by the main big bad guy that was running away is like a dumpster, I'm assuming?
Yeah, there are 4 trash cans along one side of the wall there, and then next to that truck, there is a big dumpster right there.
Okay, what I would like to do, because I can be within range of it, is I want to put an explosion kind of like here-ish, push the dumpster like into him in an effort to like pin or cut off his escape route or otherwise like make it difficult for him to continue running away.
Okay. Let me see here. So let's see here. With dynamic objects, you can add a +2 to an attack roll, 10 feet to a high jump, a reduction in stress points, 2 times reputation level damage, inflict disadvantage on a horde or minion next attack, knock a horde or minion prone with a ranged object attack. So, or restrain a horde or minion with a ranged object attack. So yes, I would say that you could use your magic to cast an explosion that can knock that. Well, the thing about this is you have to do a ranged object attack. Now, explosion doesn't specific. So this is how I want to do it. I want you to roll a D100 or D20. I'm sorry. D100's on my brain. A D20 and add your magic attack modifier. And if it beats his AC, then you have basically cast that. You're able to explode that dumpster out and hit him with it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So make a ranged spell attack against his armor class. A D20 and add your magic attack modifier. Your ranged spell attack.
14.
Let's see.
I do want to explicitly state that like the purpose of this isn't necessarily damage, it's cutting off his escape route. Like I want him to not be able to run away.
Yeah, so
like
you're
sort of above board purpose.
Yeah, you're trying to restrain him. You're restraining him with the object.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good news for you is that 14 is exactly his AC.
All right.
So you look down and you're able to see that. Okay, but here's one thing. We talked a lot about this, but there's one thing I didn't take into account is the fact that you really can't see that dumpster there. So you will have to move 30 feet closer to have been able to see that.
Okay, that's fair. That was my plan. I just wanted to make sure that was like cool above board.
Yeah.
Before doing anything.
Okay. Yes. You can absolutely use a dynamic object to restrain somebody, which is what it sounds like you're trying to do. Not hurt him, but capture. So you can definitely do that.
I think I'm gonna get like up here to get the better vantage point. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You could have done that.
Hi.
Okay, Loot Bunny's in chat. She is saying that attacks of opportunity are in the thing, although they didn't clarify it fully for the monsters in the handbook. Basically, the enemies can attack you if you try to move away from them, and you can attack them if they try to move away from you. So, so attacks of opportunity in that does totally function as a thing. So I am going to retroactively let them try to attack you, Iris. It's not going to be that bad, trust me on this. There's only one of the 3 left. So what I need you to do for me real quick
Is that the
is...
D12 plus my athletics?
yeah, athletics or acrobatics.
Yep.
If you're doing that for Iris, wouldn't they have had the ones that we already defeated? Wouldn't they have had an opportunity attack on me when I got out of the grapple?
Technically, yes, but that was so far back, I'm not going to try to do it. I just...
Okay.
We're just still in that turn order. That's why I'm letting them do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to bring it up just in case for fairness.
Yeah, but a 15 does definitely beat the DC. So while you're trying to jump over them, they do slash out at you with that with an athem that they have, but easily you dodge. So you're good. David, you cast your spell. The explosion of musical energy shoots out, slamming that that dumpster against the cultist, and he is now pinned against the wall there. Okay.
Excellent. Now, from my next above-board question, does that count as using the explosion spell?
Yes, it definitely did.
Okay, cool. I am now tapped. I'm out of mana.
Out of mana!
But I did a cool thing.
Hey, you did
That's
a cool
all that's
thing.
important.
That's all that matters.
Now I definitely don't have anything I can use my bonus action for.
What's the phrase? It's like OOM, out of mana. He's
I never played WoW, but yeah, you're right.
So you see that black square there? That's going to be the dumpster that just got slammed against the cultist right there.
Okay.
So he is currently pinned against that. And you just hear that, ah! I'm still going to say he takes a couple points of damage for it, too.
I could roll like an improvised weapon attack.
Roll a d4. Roll a d4 for me.
1!
1, I gave him 2, just for the fun of it.
Okay.
That's it for David's turn, I think. So Jasmine is up next. There is one of those cultists still up. She's going to step forward around the cultist. Right up next to him, and she is just going to take a swing with that wand of hers.
You can do it, Jasmine. I believe in you.
Do it!
Oh, I did hear from Dasonie. Unfortunately, they're not feeling that great today, so that's why they're not here. But we wish them all the very best. Hopefully, hope for a speedy recovery. Unfortunately, with the 9, completely miss. Like, she's just not rolling well today. But,
She's just not feeling well.
yeah, she's just not feeling well, unfortunately. Gwaine, however, is feeling a lot better, I think. Because he got a pretty good hit in the last time. So we're going to see how he does with his ornamental longsword. $17. That's definitely going to hit. For 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Which I think might... Yeah, unfortunately not enough to take this one out. He slashes out, cutting into that cultist deeply. still managing to hold on just a little bit. Frustrating.
Just a little.
Just a little. But that's it for Gawain's turn. Next up, Tilia. What are you doing?
I would like to use my jump so that I can get over to the cultists.
Coltai.
Cold time.
Culti.
Cultists.
And
Yeah, you're able to jump off that fire escape and hover down to the ground and land right in front of him.
Heck yeah. And I'm going to twirl my staff kind of like a bow staff and kind of go like around my arm and then try to hit them with an uppercut.
Love it. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Okay. Forgot to make that. Alright, so it is a roll 1d20 plus, oh shit, what's that one with? Hang on, that one is plus 3? Yeah, that's for my soul weapon, so plus 3. There we go. 10.
Unfortunately, his 10 is not enough. You try to strike out with that staff of yours, but the cultists dance back. They're still holding their chest from Gawain's hit, but manage to dodge ear.
Dang it.
Got anything else you can
I'm
do?
I'm gonna stick my tongue out at them.
Good call. Good call. Well, it is that acolyte's turn next, and in response to you sticking out your tongue at them, they're going to wave a bunch of their hands around a little bit and try to blast
Wait,
you.
is this
Matt.
the one that's
No.
all the way over there pinned by the
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, sorry. No, that's
His turn.
Sorry, I was looking at the other one. You're right. It's
Okay.
the Acolyte of Wrath's turn next. That one is pinched against the wall with a big-o dumpster right next to it. He's not too happy, that's for sure. Let's see here. Okay, so this is what they're gonna do because, you know, pinned against the wall there, trying to like push a little bit, but unable to get away quite yet. They are going to just look towards you, Gawain, and they begin to let out the string of incomprehensible expletives, cries of adulation, and mutters that. And I'm going to need everyone within 60 feet of him,
Oh, thank
which
God.
is
Aw, damn it.
all y'all, to
That's
roll a
David.
purity check.
He is looking at me and not Gawain, right?
Yeah, he is looking at you, but it's everyone within 60 feet needs to roll a purity.
No, that's fine. You just said Gawain, and I was like,
Oh, sorry, looking at Daryl.
Everybody but me, yay.
Yep, everyone but David. So, means I gotta
Don't
do it
you-
twice.
don't you feel left out?
No.
I got a 24, boss.
That is a success.
Hell
20.
yeah.
Modded 20.
That is also a
my
success.
tongue is so pure.
15.
That's a success.
Whew.
Gawain rolled a 13, which is just a success.
Woo, Gawain!
And Jasmine a 16, so a success as well. So while you feel these expletives and mutters washing over you, you manage to resist the absolute pure stress that it would have caused you all.
I cover my ears and go, la la la, I'm not listening.
La, 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 can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Or maybe I just cover my ears and gasp.
So with that, as this cultist is just kind of hanging there pinned, as a bonus action, they just drop. Their head lolls to one side, and they just slump down and slide. And they just kind of slide along the wall downward until they're just laying there prone on the ground.
What?
Yeah.
They are lying there prone, seemingly unconscious. Okay. Next off, Daryl. What do you do when you see that?
They still have the fucked up face.
Oh yeah, very much a fucked up face. No eyes, no nose, just a mouth and hair, and they're just like underneath this dumpster. Like their legs are kind of under it. Their back is against the wall. They're just kind of slumped.
Just look at him and go, "You talk too much," and stab him in the throat.
You have an advantage on this attack because they are prone.
Cool.
I am also very concerned about taking a bonus action to go unconscious. That doesn't seem
So
fun.
the first one was a natural 20 for a 25, so I don't think I need to roll again.
You really don't, no.
So, what do I do for... Are there critical hits?
Yeah, there's absolutely critical hits. You're just going to roll your dice, double it, and add your attack bonus.
Okay.
Although really on roll 20, it always functions as rolling it twice, but it don't matter.
Okay, so 8 doubled is 16, plus another 5 for 21.
Yeah, that's more than enough to take this dude out. So, Daryl, tell me how this looks.
I mean, I did. I just
I just wanted if you
talk
wanted
too
to.
much.
Okay.
I just like there's like a waft of pure force, I guess, that just like slices him in the throat, basically removing his ability to talk.
Well, you see that force energy just burn into them, and you hear him scream out in pain, and then just go limp. And as that happens, you see that eyeless, odd featureless face dissolve away, almost like paint washing off of a canvas.
Uh-oh.
And it just seems to disappear and poof out into smoke. When
Oh,
that
the body
happens,
does?
no, the eyeless features.
Okay.
It just kind of like God, what was like Raiders of the Lost Ark? Remember?
Yeah.
And the scene when everything's just melting away. That's kind of all those featureless things just start melting away. And now that he's down on not completely knocked out and unconscious and not moving, you look back as the cultist that's between everybody else does the exact same thing. They just drop.
Okay. Did we do it?
Are we still in initiative?
Are we still classified as human?
Hopefully, but yes. With that, that's not.
That's an interesting music choice.
Yeah, a really interesting music choice. That was not what I wanted it to be. But anyway, with that, yeah, there we go. with that, now that Daryl had basically slit that man's throat with his sword, and
It's not a man, that was a monster.
those features melted away, you look around, and the night is still. Each one of you
so
kind of...
The lack of features melted away, does that mean that that person now has eyes and a nose?
Indeed it does. Daryl, you're kind of staring a little bit, looking. And sure enough, the face does have features now. Eyes that are closed. Very bold nose with a bit of flares to the side. And you actually now notice a goatee, a blonde goatee around his mouth. That wasn't there previously.
What's the check to see if I recognize them?
Go ahead and make a... Well, let's see. You're going to do a, hey, I remember you. So what you're going to roll is a D100 to see if you recognize this individual.
21.
Yeah, unfortunately, you've never seen them before in your life. You only moved to this area recently, and as you glance at him and look him over, he's definitely not familiar.
What about the group that was standing in front of me? They just drop and their features reappear.
Well, these ones all had features. The ones in front of you all had features.
Okay.
You're all kind of just standing there looking at one another like,
drop?
Is this it? They just dropped.
Can I check for a pulse or something?
Sure. Go ahead and roll for me a STEM check.
A STEM or a medicine?
Or medicine,
check?
sorry. Yeah, medicine check. There is medicine, sorry. Yeah, medicine check.
I could actually click this on my sheet. 12. Do they have a pulse?
Yeah, you kneel down and feel at their neck, and you feel their wrists. You do feel a pulse. You kind of check their eyes. Their eyes don't dilate. They actually have color in their eyes now at this point, and you can see their features. They do seem to be business attired individuals. All of them are relatively clean cut, shaved, the works. Seem a bit dirty to you, like they haven't washed in a while, and the robes on them definitely seem dirty and dank, but they do appear alive. And Anesthetic is in chat right now, throwing down a ton of bits. Thank you, Anesthetic. Lovely to see you. Glad to have you here today.
Hello. Hey, Matt, can I do the same for Creepo over here?
You're wanting to check to see if he's still alive? Yeah, medicine check for you as well.
I got an 8.
You can't feel a pulse. And you start freaking out about it.
Still alive. Definitely still alive.
Considering you slit his throat, yeah.
There is no wound. There is no wound on him. There's no slit across the neck or anything like that.
Well, yeah, because if there was, we'd have to have a higher rating.
Exactly.
Can I?
We did a
Can I check the pulse on the rest of the people? Like, even the zombie-ish people towards the entrance? Like,
you can start walking around and checking them. Go ahead and make one more medicine check. At advantage.
At advantage, okay. Because, like, should we call 911 or something?
No.
Well, that's actually what I was going to have David do while you guys were doing that, is that he immediately came down here and was like, oh god, oh no, these people, they can't be dead, I didn't kill anybody, and is going to start, like, administering anything medical that he can do, without really a kit on him, but, like,
I have a first aid kit.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Would you lend it to me?
Do you know how to use it?
I do know how to use it.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I am going to burn the inspiration I got and use Prodigy to take a 20 on this medicine roll.
Okay. And Anesthetic was asking if she's one of my Patreon supporters. She wants to give Daryl a reroll for today's session. So you do have one active reroll, Daryl.
Thank you, Anesthetic.
But with your natural 20, as the two of you start walking around and checking all these people, they all have pulses. They all seem like they're just unconscious. They don't react to anything you're doing. They actually seem like completely vacant. But you even kind of slap like a catatonic kind of thing. Like you even slap one once or twice.
Like their pupils don't respond to light. Completely.
No, if you have a light source and you actually do the whole works, yes, their pupils do dilate. They are breathing regularly. They just seem to be in an unconscious state.
Okay, does Creep have any stuff on him?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Sure.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take all these people, we're going to sit them upright to help with blood flow, get them sitting up against the wall, and then we're all going to leave.
22.
None of this happened.
Well, if they're unconscious, shouldn't we leave them laying down so that way they have more blood flow to the brain?
Okay, I
don't know how this works.
I don't know that.
Sure, absolutely.
I just know that you're supposed to keep the heart above. Oh wait, no, you're supposed to keep things above your heart. Yeah, let's lay them down. That's better.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm calling 911.
Well, how are you going to do that? You don't have a cell phone, first of all. And
I'm going to run to find a phone booth.
Well, hold on a second before you go doing that. Daryl, with your 22, as you're searching the lead cultist, the first thing that strikes you is they don't have much on their person at all. You don't find a wallet, keys, personal items of any kind. However, the one thing you do find on them, this one, is on their ring finger. There is a large gold ring with a black gem, an onyx, in the center of it, inscribed with an odd sort of rune, which I'm going to show you here. There you go.
It's got nothing on it.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't see any kind of rune.
Because I don't have... I'm not that great of an artist, so I just got something free.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just imagine that there's a big old odd-shaped rune inscribed on it. The thing that also you notice it is that it's... Or actually, never mind. You wouldn't notice this right now. That's what you see on the guy's finger.
I take it off his finger.
Okay.
And put it in my pocket.
So with that order of operations out of the way, as you pick it up and you pull it off his finger, you do notice that there's a single blonde hair wrapped around the smallest part of the ring.
Weird.
Cut the hair.
Yeah, I'll remove the hair from the ring, I guess.
Okay. And you can absolutely put it in your pocket. And as you're doing this, you stand back up as you're putting it in your pocket, and you notice there's the Wanderer sitting there on the trash can next to you, kind of looking down, and had been watching you. The Wanderer looks at you and says, "Oh, what'd you find there?"
I'll show it to him. Is this any sort of clue?
The Wanderer kind of examines it and says, I think it might be. That's an interesting thing, but I don't recognize that symbol on it.
Roll a will save for the Wanderer to not bad at it.
To not bad at it? Oh, I think that fails. He definitely reaches out and just kind of pats at it a little bit. Yeah, I would say that's definitely a clue. Not quite sure what it means.
Hold on to it then.
He kind of jumps down as you're standing up and walks over and kind of sniffs at the cultist a little bit. Huh. Well, I can definitely sense the energy of the outsiders on this one. Whew. That's just foul. You can't. Can you sense that too? Just kind of. None of you can at this point.
So, let's just pile all the bodies in the back of the truck with the main guy in the driver's seat.
So, Tilia is going to revert back to her student form. And oh my gosh, we need to, oh, and she's gonna run off and try and find a phone booth, please. Because we still use them in the 90s.
That's true, you definitely do. As you're running off, the Wanderer looks up at David and says, what's she doing? Is she okay? She looks like she's about to throw up.
We should leave.
David reaches out towards the Wanderer, his night attire kind of falling away as he does so, and just scritches behind the ear. Yeah, I think she's all right. We fine.
Oh, and the cat definitely rubs up against you a little bit and allows you to scritch him behind the ears. And as he's doing this, he's like, "Oh, before I forget," and he kind of does this weird kind of turn where he's there and he's not there, and for a second you see him like there's a few of them all at once, and then he steps back again, and as he does, this small little reddish crystal drops down to the ground next to him, and he kind of pushes it over with it towards you, David.
Was that?
Oh, well, you can use this to absorb the excess energy of anyone who's infected by the outsiders. And you can use it for quite a few things. As you draw them into these... This is called a gloom gem. And as you draw the energy into it, I can use that for, well, a few various different things once you collect enough of it. Everyone, come over here real quick and help us out.
All right, sure.
As you run out to the street, Tilia, you're kind of go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation is this button. 23.
You do find a payphone. It's down the block to the north.
Okay.
You're going to have to head over there to it, but you are able to find one. Now, while you're doing that, the rest of the group has made their way over to the Wanderer, and he's passed out a gloom gem to each of you. Now, this is what we got to do. And this is actually one of the things... This is how the Magi-Knights actually acquire items to use throughout their adventure. You can use gloom gems to, buy different things, like anything from potions to rune attachments for your weapons, things like that. And I actually have a handout for this, so we're going to pop that out real quick.
Oh no!
I know how much you love my handouts. But here's how it works. Basically, I'm sorry, these are called hollow gems. The gloom gems are what you collect. So what the Wanderer gave you is called a hollow gem, my mistake. But you each have a hollow gem, which is able to extract the inert spectral energy that's left behind by the outsiders. You can find this in places of power, or points of special interest, or anyone who's been possessed or infected by the outsiders. Now, the way this works is Each of the Magi-Knights gather the gloom gems collectively. Everyone rolls a d8 equal to the energy rating, and you distribute the d8s among everybody as equally as possible. Any 2s or 7s rolled by the dice equal 1 energy. If you roll an 8, you get 2 energy. But if you roll a 1, you get nothing from that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So for this encounter here, let me just tally this up real quick.
If you roll bad and you're proficient in mysticism, you can re-roll.
For what?
If you're proficient in mysticism, you can re-roll 1 die per proficient Magi-Knight.
Yeah,
The
it
new
allows
result must
the
be taken.
yeah, and it's not just you. Like you can re-roll somebody else's.
No
Nice.
single die can be re-rolled more than once.
Yes,
Nice. I'm mystic.
so am I.
I'm mysticizing.
I don't know why I have that proficiency. It's not thematically correct, but there it is.
Hey,
It's thematically correct for my character. She does tarot and stuff.
Yeah.
so it looks like we have a total of 7 energy here. So we're going to roll 7d8, which since there's 4 of you, each one of you roll 1, and then 3 of you roll 2.
I'll roll a second one.
Since I'm gone, I'll just roll the 1.
Okay.
Alright, I got a 2 and a 4.
Okay, well, those
I got
both
a-
counted as 1.
3 and a 2.
2 and a 3. Man, we're all...
7.
There you go.
Barely making it.
How many mysticisms do we have?
A total of 7.
No.
No,
People proficient in
mysticisms.
mysticism.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
I think it's 2, maybe 3, depending on Jasmine.
Let me look here. Gawain is proficient in mysticism.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's 3. And then Jasmine, I'm assuming also?
Jasmine is as well, yes.
Alright,
So I'm
we
gonna
got
re-roll
4.
that 2.
All right, let's re-roll 3 2s and a 3, I guess.
So the 2 became a 6, so it's still only 1 success, but that's not too bad.
I'll re-roll the 2 that I got. Do we... Is it like advantage? We pick the highest?
No.
No,
No,
no, it isn't.
unfortunately. You gotta keep it.
So we're -1 so far.
Should have kept the first rolls.
Alright, we
And,
got one
you
more
got
roll.
You got one more that you can re-roll if you choose to.
I say we just keep it as is.
I'll roll it. Try and get us back up there.
How dare you?
So we're only at -1
Yeah.
from what we originally rolled.
Okay, so you gained a total of 6 gloom gems from that.
And each of us gets 6?
Yeah,
or...
each of you gets 6.
Okay.
Gloom gems. Where do I put that?
Gloom gems.
I just put it in my character journal.
Yeah, it's on. If you're using the Excel, it's on the Magi-Knight page.
Yeah. It's next to spells. There's attack, there's
Oh,
DC,
yeah.
then gloom gems.
Cool. So 6.
Oh wait, we multiply our total?
What's that?
Kira in chat said you multiply your total by something.
Okay.
Finally multiply the total energy stored by 2. So
Okay,
it's
there you go. Okay, so it
we
would
get
be 12 then.
instead.
So it would be 12 then. Okay, good. That's even better.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Loot Bunny. But basically, each one of you takes up the hollow gem, holds it out, and begins focusing it onto the cultists and the zombified humans and all of that. And you begin to pull some of that spectral energy off it. And you just watch as this reddish kind of energy goes floating out towards the gloom, towards the hollow gem. And as it fills it, you have 12 gloom gems. Or the power of, at least.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Eating souls is fun.
Indeed. Now, once this is all done, sorry, not Iris. Tilia, was there anything else specific you were wanting to do it when you call the police, or what all are you wanting to do exactly?
I'm calling for an paramedics, saying that there's a bunch of unconscious people in an alley, and I give the address, and then I run back to my friends, and I'm like, okay, paramedics are on their way. So are we staying? Are we going? What are we
While
doing?
she was on the phone with them, I'm going to be ushering everybody out of the alleyway and be like, if she's calling 911, we need to leave.
Yep, 100%.
Like, before she even gets back, I'm like, we need to go now.
Fair enough.
I think we might be gone when she gets back.
Maybe.
Well,
I know. I'd say you're
say.
probably making your way out the alley at the same time she's coming running back towards you, just to make things easier. The Wanderer is kind of walking along next to you, and he says, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick around and try to see if I can glean anything off of these people. See if I can figure out what exactly they were trying to do here in the alley. I think you all should probably head home and get to bed. It's getting pretty late, and you do have school in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be in touch.
Can I try and make a mysticism check on the magic circle first?
Certainly. What are you trying to glean from the magic circle? Just what it is, or anything specific?
I guess what it is. I can't think of anything else to really try and glean from it, so...
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make a mysticism check.
Oh, for reals?
Well, that's unfortunate, but with a 6, you can't really get any information. You've never really seen this sort of sigil before. It reminds you of something out of let's see, what Final Fantasy was a thing in the early 90s. So it kind of reminds you of something from that. But anything beyond that, you really can't tell. But maybe if you do some more research on it, maybe you can find something. Who knows?
I don't think Iris would know Final Fantasy, honestly.
Fair enough. But something out of a fantasy novel, then, if you prefer. But anyway, with a 6, you really can't get anything off of that.
Yeah.
Dave, are you saying any of this out loud, or musing to yourself, or
What, that I can't find anything out about it?
Yeah.
I guess I just walk up, I'm like, yep, that looks like nonsense to me.
Okay.
Okay.
David is going to, because he doesn't really have anything on him, and he definitely wants to leave here quickly. So he's going to take a really good look at it and hope that when he gets back home, he can grab some paper and draw this thing out.
I think this is going to be a straight intelligence check to see whether or not you can retain as much information as you can, trying to study this for the very brief period, I want to point out, that you're hanging out here before you leave. Because in the distance, you are hearing sirens.
Okay.
Yep.
Check or save.
Check. Specifically a check. So D20 plus your intelligence modifier. Damn.
That's a synthetic 20.
Yeah. So with that unnatural 20, I'm going to say that, you're at least able to you probably can't remember every single rune there, but you can definitely get the general shape and the structure and some of the sigils that are inside of it. So you are able to retain a decent amount of information.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before you all run out of this alleyway and start heading home?
No, but break time soon?
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. So if no one has anything else they want to do, we're going to go ahead and take our break. We're going to make this really quick because it's almost 9 o'clock. But we're going to try to make it back right at 9 o'clock and continue on from there. So bear with us. We'll be back in 8 minutes, or 7 minutes now by my clock. So stay tuned.
Night.
Night.
Okay. We are back, everyone. Alyssa is going to be heading out for the evening, but have a great night. We love you very much, and we'll see you next time. As for the rest of you,
have fun, kick ass.
As for the rest of you, all of you are able to make it back to your homes with relative ease. Jasmine would probably offer to give rides to people, but I don't know how many of you would actually take her up on that.
I will not. Absolutely not.
Iris sure won't.
And that's fair. That's fair. But each of you are able to make your way back to your homes. And unless there's anything else you want to do for the evening, we're going to go ahead and move into the sleep phase. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Okay. So,
Yeah.
during the sleep phase, the Magi-Knights are finally given a chance to rest. A standard night of sleep provides the Magi-Knights with an average sleep effect. If they turn in early by not going out for a patrol phase, or they do go out for a patrol phase but do not engage in combat, they get the refreshing sleep effect. But this is all assuming that their sleep is uninterrupted, which is not always guaranteed. But, in this case, it is an average sleep. So, at the end of the sleep phase, the Magi-Knights recover the following. Your hit points equal to your Constitution modifier plus half your HP total rounded down. You recover all of your mana points. You reduce your stress points by 3. You reduce your exhaustion points by 1. And you recover crystalline fractures equal to 2 plus 1/4 of your reputation rounded down, which doesn't affect anybody because fortunately nobody actually went down this last combat, so that was pretty cool. I rolled like shit. But those of you who took damage, you do get your half your HP total plus your con modifier. You get all your mana back, you reduce your stress. So those of you who took stress from that combat, you do not have it any longer.
I don't think I took stress from anything.
I think you were out of the range. I know Gwen and Jasmine did. I know Daryl did.
Yeah, I don't remember if I took any from the school phase. I don't think I did.
Yeah, I don't think you did either.
Okay.
There's only
I
Daryl
went to
that
the
did.
mall.
Yeah. No, that's why you went to the arcade.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you all get relatively good night's sleep. Daryl, what do you do with that ring that you pocketed that night?
Just taking it with me.
Okay. You have that with you in your pocket as you head off. As you make it home, you all lay down. You and your brother probably talk for a little bit, but you all eventually get your good night's rest.
Woo, sleep.
I guess I'll maybe find some leather or something for a chain and just put it on there and hang it around my neck.
Okay, you can certainly do that. The next day, you all wake up, and it is the 26th of August in 1995. First thing I need somebody to do, not everybody, but somebody to do, is roll for the weather of the day. So somebody roll me a D100.
Sure. 8.
8. Okay. When you wake up in the morning, none of these are really good or bad. It just really determines what the weather is like for the day. Now, when you wake up, the morning is cooler than normal, once again, for August. A cold front is definitely settled in over your town. There's some light wind, but it's not too bad. Probably all of you need to wear a jacket in the morning as you make your way towards school. But you are able to do so just fine. Would anyone have anything they want to narrate or anything they would like to do before heading to school for the day? Perfect. Okay.
If I see Jim from Jim, I'll walk over and apologize for abandoning him.
Right. That needs to get resolved.
Yeah, absolutely. As you're all making your way to school, Daryl, Gwen, walking together, Iris, you arrive just as David's skipping up, and you do see Jim from the gym walking up. He's got his bag slung over his shoulder, and he's walking up towards the school. And as he sees you and you see him, and your eyes kind of lock for a minute. Do you do anything, Iris?
I walk up and I apologize for abandoning him on the side of the road. Say it was a bit of an emergency.
And he's kind of like, "Oh yeah, that's like really weird, Iris. Your friend's kind of all over the place, isn't she?"
Yeah, definitely. She was also definitely all over the road, so you should be glad you weren't there.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Alright. Click advantage, find persuasion on my... Oh, that's a -2. Because I've got garbage charisma. Could I use wisdom instead?
Oh, because my stat doesn't work very well, can I use this other one instead? I don't think so. No, I don't think it works quite that way. Nice try, though.
Okay. I got a 10. -2.
So, an 8.
At least I didn't get a straight 0.
This is true. You did better than that. And fortunately, like, this isn't a super high DC because he's just like, oh, whatever. It's fine. I'm not that worried
I
about
don't care. I'm a teenager, man.
Yeah. He just kind of does the whole aloof teenager thing. And you didn't gain any friendship points with him, but you didn't lose any. So you exactly hit the DC to keep this guy as your friend. So you're fine.
Okay.
And, everyone's favorite bell goes off and the day's about to begin.
Alright.
As you all make your way into school, today is a B day. So your first period of the day is history. Mr. Rothen is the teacher for history. He's a very short little man with a big bristly mustache, hair that's kind of slicked to one side. He uses a lot of product in his hair, and he just has a very laid back kind of voice. He's like, now just go ahead and get in your seats real quick. We're gonna go ahead and review what you should be able to remember from last year. So we're doing a refresher day today, class, and I'm going to need everybody. David, you can do this when you get back. Roll an academic arts or an insight check for history, but don't forget to take advantage off, Iris.
Oh yeah,
But a 19 is a success.
Yikes.
Sorry, I had to investigate
I'm gonna
something.
go
What is the
ahead
check?
and
No problem, David. It is an academic arts or insight. Daryl, what were you saying?
I'm gonna use my reroll.
Okay, go ahead and make your reroll.
Hell yeah,
Ooh.
23.
Much better. That is a success. David?
That is unfortunate. I got a 6.
Today's not really your day in history class. You're sitting there filling out all the questionnaires, and you look up, and the little man, Mr. Rothen, is just standing over your shoulder. I'm sorry, but that's wrong right there, and so's that. And unfortunately, yeah, you're not getting any of these right. And he kind of takes that back from you and kind of crumbles it up and is just like, I think you need to spend some time studying.
jeez.
And that is a failure for this
maybe.
class. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a failure, but the rest of you did succeed. So I'll mark down 1 success for the 2 of you, 1 failure for you, David. Your second period is science. This is Mr. Hawthorne. He's a man with graying hair and spectacles, and, well, I just need you to sit down and listen up. We're going to be talking about things science-y, like, time and things of that nature. And I'm going to need all of you to make a STEM or a medicine check for Mr. Hawthorne.
Alright.
See what's better.
I pick medicine. Oh, screw off. 8.
That is a failure.
I curse my 8s.
Dirty 20.
That is a success.
16.
16, David? Okay, yes, that is a success as well. You're feeling a little bit better. You're taking your notes. Mr. Hawthorne loves to talk about time and relativity and all that nonsense. And he actually has a pet rabbit in a cage in his class, which seems weird for a science teacher. Usually they have like guinea pigs or things like that, and you can't help but wonder what's going to happen to that bunny at the end of the class, but he definitely has a rabbit there.
I get it.
Do ya?
Yep.
I don't.
It's an inside joke. There's a rabbit folk character that was previously played in one of my campaigns named Hawthorne.
Yep. Time Mage.
Time Mage, yep. Anyway, so after science class, your third period is foreign language. Now, your language choice is really up to you. The Coltrast Academy is a very well-funded school, and they offer quite a few different languages. So, really, what language class you take is your choice, and the teacher's name is your choice, because it really doesn't matter for the sake of this game. But I just dropped something. But what you're going to be rolling for this class is either an academic arts or an investigation check.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
What's the role to opt out because I already speak 2 languages?
There isn't one.
No!
You go to Spanish class.
So, Iris, what did you get?
12.
12 is just a success. You're struggling a little bit, but you are keeping up. And what language are you taking?
I'm gonna say Spanish, because it's super generic.
Absolutely. David? You're muted.
Damn it. I got a 17, and he is 100% taking Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. And 17 is definitely a success. You're having a much better day. I don't speak Japanese, so I'm not even going to try to mess around with that. But you have a great day.
I don't either, so cool.
Would I get advantage on my roll if I'm taking Japanese?
No.
Oh.
Nice.
Because I got an 8. But we're definitely staying with that 8 that I am not taking Japanese.
Yeah.
I'm taking... Screw it. Latin.
Why the hell not? After dealing with cultists and weird magical symbols and things like that, Latin is probably a good choice to take, considering it's a dead language. But conjugating verbs in Latin is a bitch, and you're not picking it up. An 8 is definitely a failure.
You need conjugamus. Conjugamus? I don't know. It's a website. It's about conjugating.
Fair enough. Now, okay, so tally up your successes and your failures, and let's see what you got.
Don't we have the other 3?
Well, it's broken up into periods. So your AM block is one group of checks, and your PM block is a second group of checks. So you can potentially get 2 inspiration points from the day if you roll really, really, really well.
Okay.
Okay, but David, looks like you had 2 successes and 1 failure, which just equals 1 success.
I think that's what we all got.
Yeah, looks like that's what you all got. So I gotta find the right one real quick, because I can't find that handout now.
Everybody bungled something today.
Yeah, I believe it's just you had a okay day, but let me double check.
Why would you double check when you could double Slovak?
The opportunities and complications table.
Oh yeah. 1 or 0, keep up the positive attitude. You're doing okay, but things could be better. No change.
There you go. I used to have an actual handout for it, now I just can't find it, which is weird.
You do. It's opportunities and complications.
There it is. I see it now. Thank you.
The over-enthusiastic student is consoling himself with the fact that he's trying to learn a dead language.
Fair enough.
I am not. Japanese is perfectly alive.
Also, just for funsies, I moved you over to the school map I have.
Oh no! What? I'm not in the pro tag seat.
Okay.
You can put yourselves however you want. I just threw them randomly.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But anyway, overall, you had an okay day. It wasn't great. You didn't stand out, but for your AM's phase, you at least did decently. Once your final class is over, the school bell rings once again. I'm not doing this for every class, but I'm going to do it every so often, just because, I'm a horrible person. And with the school bell ringing, it's finally lunchtime.
Woo!
Now, you all make your way to the lunchroom, no doubt famished from your morning classes. As you're all gathering your lunch and looking for a table, a few things do catch your eye what's going on in the lunchroom. Near the library, on the other side of the hall, you can see a tall individual with long black hair and wearing a pleated skirt with their school uniform, walking up to random students, seeming like they're asking them for help, possibly. On the other side of the lunchroom, you see another student. This one much shorter, with coppery skin and long brown hair done up on the side with pigtails. And they seem to be really, really enthusiastically holding out a paper towards anyone who comes within arm's reach. Now, you can all sit down and kind of decide what you want to do. For lunch, as you all know, you can do a few different things during your lunch period. You can relax and eat with friends and, heal a stress point and gain a social point. You can cram for your PM phase and reduce the DC by 4 for one of your classes. You can listen to gossip and kind of go around and see what's going on in the school and try to pick up some information. You can drink copious amounts of caffeine to get rid of your exhaustion and stress points. Or you can take a power nap to reduce 2 stress points. So what all would you like to do during your lunch phase?
What would attempting to gross people out by eating the most weird Japanese thing I can for lunch be?
Relax and eat with friends?
Sure.
I guess. Right. I mean, it's really up to you. Now, the lunch period is the time that you do one of these things. So it's really, you got to decide what you want to do. Do you want to spend your lunch phase just hanging out and gaining social points with your friends, or do you want to kind of investigate and see what's going on and look for clues?
Hanging out is fine.
Okay, so you're going to relax and eat with friends. David, what are you going to do?
Sorry, I'm looking for the handout that has what skill checks are associated with what class.
Oh, that
skill
is...
checks
You mean
classes?
there are...
That's lunch period stuff.
That's school class schedule, this one.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you would know that your B class schedule is language arts for 4th period, mathematics for 5th, and computers for 6th.
Okay. So
Alright.
I'm going to get a last minute cram session in
Okay.
and study language arts.
Okay. Yeah,
And
you
by
can-
that I mean he's doing his homework that's due today right now.
Yeah. I get you. So yeah, you can sit down and spend your lunch period cramming, and you. So when you do your language arts, you're going to reduce the DC, or you're just going to add 4 to your total.
Nice.
So that
Yeah.
makes more sense than reducing the DC. But
Yeah.
anyway, Iris, what are you wanting to do for your lunch?
I think I'm going to walk up to those people who are emphatically thrusting posters at people.
Okay. You can absolutely do that. So you're going to be listening to gossip during this phase.
Alright.
So let's see. So go ahead and make for me an investigation check real quick, Jeff. Or Iris, sorry.
Hey, I see you're trying to cram there. You want some squid tentacle? Helps with brain power.
What? Yeah, sure.
What is this 8? This 8 is cursed. It's always an 8.
Okay. So I did mention before you saw the young lady kind of trying to thrust flyers out at everybody. So you can get up and do that. And yeah, Daryl David just takes the squid and
Yeah. I think he's not really paying attention, but he's like, okay, yeah, food. Takes it, bites into it, and gets about halfway mid crunch before he realizes what he's holding.
It's
then just-
definitely like squidgy.
Squeegee.
yeah, kind of like just trying to bite down on soft plastic a little bit.
Yeah. rubber.
No, and he just sets it down in front of him.
Now, Iris, as you make your way over to the emphatic young woman, you start coming closer, and I'm going to actually go ahead and show you who you're walking up toward. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
And I'll show the viewers from home, too, while I'm at it.
Like, oh my god, hi, my name's Brecky.
Brecky? Brecky. Brecky.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 shot on whether she's asking you to sign a petition or she's running for student government.
What is your arm can't bend like that?
What do you mean it can't bend
Sure
like that?
it can.
Just do that. Like,
She's not Brecky, she's Brokey. Like what?
Nah, not at all. But she is a rather attractive young woman. She's quite a bit shorter than you are, Iris. As I said, coppery skin, long brown hair that's done up in pigtails on the side of her head, and she has very large amber eyes.
Oh my god, I love her piercings though.
Yeah, as you
That
get
is
closer, you
amazing.
definitely see she has tons of piercings along her ears. And like the moment you're walking towards her, she just comes walking up to you and thrusts this piece of paper out in front of you, and she says, "Hi, do you like ghosts?"
I know a thing or two about them. I'm actually a bit of a spirit medium, so to speak.
Oh my gosh, you are? Then you just have to check out the Ghost Hunters Club. We meet here at school, at the end of school, every Tuesday and Thursday. And it's amazing if you like ghosts or you're interested in the paranormal. And she hands you this flyer, and it says exactly what I just told you. Ghost Hunter Club, an official school club, sanctioned and approved by the principal himself, Mr. Vulcan. It meets in the science lab every Tuesday and Thursday from 4 o'clock to 5:30.
Okay.
And she just begins gushing to you. Have you ever heard of Paranormal Hunters? It's this really great show that these people, they're local, Brad and Chad, and they go around to all the local places and search for ghosts and things like that. And she just keeps talking more and more, and her voice, like her words, get quicker and quicker and quicker with every sentence she speaks, and like it's almost like info dump overload a little bit.
He's on the debate team, Matt. No, there's actually a technique called spreading where you're literally just trying to speak so quickly that you can put out more information than your opponent can refute in the allotted time that they have.
Okay.
Isn't this the show about the two guys screaming at ghosts?
Oh my gosh, you've seen it before? Yeah, it's really great. They're absolutely incredible. You just you have to come and check it out. Please tell me you're going to make it to our club meeting today.
What time is it again? Looks at paper.
Yeah, it's from 4 to 5:30, so it would be during your free period phase.
Oh, okay, free period phase. I don't got anything better to do.
Excellent. Well, we hope to see you. Like I said, it's in the science lab on the second floor. You, just come in and knock, and the door will be open.
Seems legit.
If the door is open, why do you have to knock?
Turns around. It's just like, that does not seem legit.
Okay. But you do have the flyer now for the Ghost Hunters Club and an open invitation to come check them out today at the end of school if you want to do that. David, you spend your lunch period, less eating, probably, and a lot more studying, I imagine.
Yeah. If the other conversation about ghosts was nearby, he definitely would have perked up for like 5 seconds between the first time he heard the word ghost. He just kind of, and then as soon as she says after school club, it's no, back down. Immediately lost interest.
That's so funny, because I was about to be like, Iris walks up to you and tells you all about this club that she just heard about and hands you the flyer.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. The yellow ghost bros. We all know about that.
Yeah.
Takes the flyer, lifts up his book, puts it under the book, keeps studying.
Wow. Okay. Well, and Daryl, yeah, you can, let's see, since you don't have any stress points, I believe, you can go ahead and gain 2 social points.
With whom?
That's entirely up to you. You can do it with, so all it says is gain 1 social point with 1 NPC or Magi-Knight. So really, you're gaining them with whomever you're hanging out and eating lunch with. Now, it could be you have an NPC that came over and did this with you. We can even say that maybe Gwaine was with you at this moment.
Sure.
Or you can gain 1 with David and Iris, since they're both here with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll do 1 with David and 1 with Iris.
Okay.
Nice. Alright, also quick question. Can I do a mysticism check on the poster to see if there isn't anything suspicious on it?
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead and make a mysticism check.
Nice. Oh, that's not an 8. That's actually 2 times 8.
Wow, impressive. So nothing really stands out to you about the flyer itself. It's basic information, like you've all seen school flyers. It just gives information, but there is something that kind of sticks out in your mind because, like, you've heard now a few times about these ghost bros, as David likes to refer to them. And while most of it probably is nonsense. In the back of your mind, you also know we're literally hunting cultists. We're literally meant to find the paranormal. So even if this is like 99% nonsense, they've investigated a lot of places. So maybe at the least they could narrow down places not to go. Who knows?
Mm.
But that's what you can gain with your 16 mysticism.
Nice.
Okay. So with that, the school bell rings once again. Lunch is over, and you're all going to be heading out for your next school phase.
Nice. That's going to be academic or
Yes.
language arts. Yep.
Yep, language arts is your 4th period class. This is Mr. O'Shea. He's a he's a middling height man, very reedy and thin. His hair is pure white, but for some strange reason, he also has a purple streak going along one side of it, as though he dyes it. He's very eccentric looking. Long hair tied in the back with a bottom ponytail. Think of like any drunken hippie you've ever seen in your life. That's kind of what Mr. O'Shea looks like. A bit of a goatee as well, pure white, but very reedy, very thin, dressed in a Hawaiian shirt with a tie underneath his blazer. So he's like kind of flaunting authority just a touch. But for language arts, you're going to be rolling an academic arts check.
I'll just roll intelligence. I don't have academic arts.
You don't have the skill for it, or you don't have proficiency.
I don't have proficiency for it.
Yeah, but a 17 is a success.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
That is also a success. David?
David,
David.
you still with us?
Oh, sorry.
Academic arts.
Yeah. Yes. What is my... Okay. God!
Ouch.
Ouch. Wow.
And I crammed for this.
Yeah, you did cram
And
for
yet-
this. And yet, with your 1, no matter how much studying you're doing on the language arts, you just cannot conjugate those verbs. God, it's tough. And Mr. O'Shea walks up behind you, and he kind of has this Irish brogue accent, and oh, you're not doing too well there, laddie. That's for sure. You need to really study some more.
Yeah,
You
I think this is part of like not like grammar, but if this was like a reading comprehension or something dealing with like symbology and literature that he's just very bad at.
Absolutely.
Also, you were just tasting that squid tentacle the entire lunch period, so you couldn't quite focus.
That too.
Yeah. I'll give you that one. Unfortunately, that is a failure for you.
Hell on my tongue. Ugh.
Yikes. It's gonna be yikers for me.
Yeah.
Gonna be a yikes from me, dog.
It's 2 failures, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, yes, you're right, because it's a natural
Yeah, because you
one.
rolled
It is
a cool one.
It is 2 failures. My mistake. But yes. So 5th period is mathematics. This is Mr. Vale. He's another thin, kind of reedy man. Dark skin, bald head, and really dark, piercing eyes. He tells you, now sit down and pay attention. We're going to be learning some new subjects here today, and I'm going to need everybody to roll a STEM check for me.
Oh, Matt.
Yes.
Because it matters, I'm going to be paying attention to the look of the teachers just to make sure that none of them turn out to be that guy from last night.
Okay. I'm going to tell you without rolling that none of them are the guy from last night.
Cool, I got a 16.
And 16 is a success. David?
Hell yeah.
14.
14 is a success as well. Iris.
That's a straight 4.
That is definitely a failure. You're doing those kind of graph problems where you have to figure out X and Y and the curve between them, and it's just complicated.
Screw math, man.
Yeah, I agree. Screw math. It literally makes up the world. But with 5th period ended, next we're coming up to 6th period. Now this is computers, and when you arrive in computers, you see a middle-aged woman with graying brown hair done up in a bun on the back of her head. This is Mrs. St. Cloud. And she begins to teach you all a little bit of computer language and coding and that sort of thing. So I'm going to need you to make either a STEM or an investigation check.
Mrs. St. Cloud, your name's going to become really relevant with computers sometime soon.
Oh, I do have this really good idea about being able to store information digitally. And I want to call it something that is reminiscent of my own name, but I just haven't quite figured it out yet.
The infamous Saint storage system.
You could call it the Saints. That way, when anybody downloads something, they can just say, the Saints are coming home.
I hate it.
I love it so much. It's so painful. Loot Bunny's also laughing in chat right now. Okay, Iris, what did you roll?
I have
10
for the day.
That is a failure with your 10. Daryl?
16.
That's a success. David?
Oh no, 10.
That is a failure. Ouch. So go ahead and tally up your successes and failures, and let's see how we're doing.
Riding high off of my Asian lunch because I got 3 successes.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. I come out to a -2.
I come out to 1 success, 2 failures.
So, David, you got 2 failures your first class. Okay, and then your second one you got 1 success. Okay, yeah. Okay, so with 2 failures for you, David, it's just one of those days. You're not doing all that great, and you're taking 2 stress points. Iris, what's your total?
-1.
Okay.
So that's always tomorrow. My 1 stress.
So actually, I'm going to cut in real quick. Loot Bunny is reminding me, this is something that I forgot when I was doing my playthrough until the last session we did. So I'm glad she reminded me. If any of you are near the DC, which for the last class, which 2 of you are, you have something called NPC bonds. They let you roll an additional 1d4 and add that to the skill check that you do in school. Now you have to have kind of a high bond with an NPC to do this. But if you have, I think it's a 10, you're able to roll this. Is it a 10, Loot Bunny? Am I remembering that right? This is one of the things I actually don't have a handout for.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. No, I do have it. I did find it.
I only have bonds with Jasmine and Daryl, so not helpful probably.
So yeah, it's a 9. If you have a 9, so she's pointing out all of you have fate cards that you should have gained a 20 SP. Now I know, Iris, you did it with your grandmother, right?
Oh, I get 20 for that?
Yeah, you get 20 for that.
Okay, well let me put 20 on that.
But that's with your grandmother, which would not help you in school. But if any of you did an NPC that's so if any of you have an NPC that you do have a 9 or higher, you can roll this.
Mine was with a younger friend, so also probably not helpful.
Okay. How about you,
much
Daryl?
younger?
wait a minute, you passed anyway, so it don't
I was going to say, I got like 4 successes for the entire day,
so it didn't matter.
What does that do for me?
So, you rolled in... Did you roll a net 20?
No, I rolled 1 success for the first part of the day, and then 3 for the second.
Each phase counts separately.
Okay,
so
then it's just 3 successes.
Okay.
Each phase sold separately.
So let's see. So her inspiration grants them the motivation. Oh, so what Lutz Bunny's saying is it doesn't matter who you did it with, as long as you have an NPC that has it. Their inspiration, their motivation, the way they motivate you, the way they inspire you to do better. You can use this as long as you have an NPC with that, which everybody has at least one. You can add that D4 at least once a day. Does that make sense?
So once per person?
Yeah, you can. So everyone, when you created your character, you with the Fate card gave you one NPC that you should have given 20 SP to. That's just something everybody has. Now, as long as you have that NPC, which everybody does, even if they aren't in school with you, you can still use it, because it's basically like them at home inspiring you, motivating you, trying to help you out. And you can use this bonus once per NPC per day.
Nice, I got a 12.
Yeah,
so I don't have any stress points.
So that is a success. So that turned one of your failures into a success.
Yeah, and it's 11 is successful, right?
12 is a success.
Oh, okay, all right.
So you have to roll a 2 or higher on your D4.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so yes, that did translate to 1 success. Thank you, Loot Bunny, for that. I appreciate you reminding me of that. But yeah, everybody has at least one when they start the game. So once per day, you can add that D4 to one of your school rolls. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about this too until like the last time I played, so don't feel too bad. But anyway, let's for those of you who figured it out, who haven't figured them out, retally. Daryl, you got 3, so you have a bright future ahead. The more you think about it, the more you realize your future has a lot of potential, and you would remove 2 stress points if you had it. Yep. So what is your totals now, David?
-1.
Okay, -1.
I still gain 1 stress.
Yeah, but it's better than 2.
Agreed.
And Iris, what was your total?
My total was 12.
No, how many successes and failures?
0.
Okay, so you're just keeping up that positive attitude. Nothing's changed. You haven't gotten better. You haven't gotten worse. But still, it's better than taking stress.
Yep.
Okay. Well, with that, the day is coming to an end.
Nice.
Now, if one of you managed to break into the school one day and reprogram the school bell, I will absolutely download a new file for that. I ain't doing it until then.
Well,
it's so out of character, but so cool.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm crazy. But anyway, with that, class is beginning to end. And all of the students are beginning to make their way out of the classrooms and into the hall to head out for the day. And your group does as well. You can reconvene at your lockers and begin getting themselves ready to go. Is there anything you're wanting to do in the school before you head out and begin either your free time phase or your investigation phase? Is there anything anybody wants to do during school? Yes.
I want to gain access to a computer and attempt to see if I can identify the rune on that ring.
Okay. I like it. Since you were in there with Mrs. St. Cloud for that 6th period, you can go up and ask her to use the computer, and go ahead and make a persuasion check. How are you asking for this?
So, I need to potentially download some information from the Saint, if that's okay with you.
She kind of chuckles a little bit. Go ahead and make your persuasion with advantage.
Thank God. I got a 16.
Yeah, with your 16, she kind of smiles and pats you on the shoulder, and she says, "Sure, absolutely. I don't mind if you use the computers. You can stay in here as long as it takes for me to pack up for the day."
Sure.
So go ahead and make me a STEM check. And while you're doing that, David, I see you wanting to say something.
Yes, sorry. If you'll let me go back in time a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to give him the drawing of the circle that I made during lunch.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely have done that.
Okay,
I
just
got a
so that you have that for research purposes.
Sure, I got a 16 on my STEM check.
Okay, so you have to do a really deep dive. Because, this is the early 90s. We don't have the dark web like we do these days. You don't really have a whole lot of things. The internet, I remember back then, was a lot of message boards and a lot of random information. Like, people were just allowed to put shit on the internet. GeoCities was a thing back then.
Angel Fire.
Yeah, Angel Fire was a thing back then. So, you're having to do deep dives of just web surfing, going from topic to topic, looking for any sort of anything related magically. And unfortunately, the amount of information back then, and the limited amount of search engine compatibility with one another makes it difficult. But you do glean a few things. It takes you a good while to work on this. Basically, people are beginning to clear out, but by the time Mrs. St. Cloud is finished up and says, "Okay, Daryl, I'm going to go ahead and lock up, so I need you to leave," you do manage to print out a copy of the rune that you found.
Ooh.
It's in a language that they seem to think is either some sort of a Sanskrit or cuneiform, very, very ancient language. But the symbol on the rune, or the symbol on the ring, means void.
Yeah.
It's a symbol of void, which is the absence of.
Ooh. I'll say thank you and leave.
Okay. You're able to get meet up with your friends right when everyone's pretty much gathered their things. Is anyone else wanting to do anything else before you head out for the day?
No.
Iris was planning on going to that ghost thing.
Okay, so you're planning on sticking around and going to the ghost thing?
Yep.
Now, as your group's kind of sitting there discussing and kind of walking towards the front of the school, you do see a young woman with long black hair and the pleated skirt who you noticed earlier during lunch. She's walking out of the main office, and she has tears running down her cheeks as she hurriedly runs towards the door.
I'll chase after her and see what's up.
Okay. All of you are together. Are you all doing that together? Or David, Daryl,
Sure.
are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay.
No, David is just going home.
David's just
Damsel in
walking out.
distress.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Well, Iris, Daryl, the two of you go running up towards this young lady. Once more, I'll describe her for you. Which, actually, I got a better idea. So I got a picture for this. Here you go. This is a picture that was drawn for me by my 17-year-old daughter, Marissa. Isn't she good?
Nice.
Nice.
But you see her now tall, very tall, almost as tall as Jasmine, in fact. Long, dark hair done down her back. And she has, now that you're walking towards her, and you kind of call out as she gets to the door and is about to push on the door to go out, and she kind of stops and turns and looks back at you. And you see her dark eyes, but you also see a little flag pin on her school blazer. It's a Chinese flag and the American flag, kind of put together and cut in half, like it's kind of supposed to represent a reflection of them both. And you do see that she is of Chinese descent. She looks over at you as you call out to her, and tears are down her face, and she kind of looks surprised, and she's like, "Oh, yes, what do you want?"
Are you all right?
As go ahead and make a persuasion check real quick.
Sure.
Since Iris is with you, you can have advantage on this.
Nice.
Because I'm very persuasive.
I got a 21.
Okay.
And I guess I can roll advantage just to see if I get any higher. No, 21.
Okay. So the moment you ask, "Are you okay?" she just breaks down. Mrs. Wheeler yelled at me. I couldn't find anyone to help with the papers at lunchtime, and now she yelled at me for doing enough, and now she wants me to take my bag to the hospital. And my cat, I have a Norwegian forest cat, and he's been sick all day and was throwing up all night last night, and I can't do all this. And she's just bawling. She buries her face in your chest, Daryl, and she's just bawling on you. What do you do?
I will slowly reach an arm around and start rubbing her back a little bit, I guess. Try and calm her down.
Maybe just pat her on the shoulder.
Not in a creepy way. Come on now.
I don't know that. I don't know that you could do that in a not creepy way.
I feel like this is kind of awkward for the both of you, as she's just you can legitimately feel your chest beginning to get moist as she's just crying about her poor cat and how horrible Mrs. Wheeler is. Now, you do remember that Mrs. Wheeler is the school secretary here. Mm-hmm. She tells you, can one of you help me? I gotta get this bag to the hospital.
The hospital? What hospital? And why?
Laropa General, one of the students here, Anthony Reed, he's been sick in the hospital, and Mrs. Wheeler wanted me to bring him his bag for his homework, but if I don't get home soon and give my cat its medicine, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, it's a good thing that Daryl's here and is willing to help you out with that.
Okay. You willing to do that, Daryl?
Sure.
Because he's such a gentleman. a true samurai.
And she's, "Oh, thank you. What's your name?"
Daryl Musashi.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you. My name is Marianne Wong, and if you take this to Laropa General Hospital and ask them for Anthony Reed's room, I'm sure they can direct you to him. Just give him his homework and make sure that he knows that all of the teachers and students are rooting for him for a full recovery. Okay?
Sure.
Except you, because your cat's more important.
Whoa!
Wow, do you actually say that?
No. My charisma isn't that low.
I mean,
About
it's
your
true, though.
willpower.
Well, she thrusts the bag into you, Daryl, and she just grabs your arm and kind of gives it that shake of, oh, thank you, and then she just turns and runs, and over her shoulder she calls, thanks again, Daryl, you're a good friend. And you've gained 1 social point with Marianne Wong.
Nice.
And you are now roped into taking somebody their homework. And we are coming up to the 10 o'clock mark, so we're going to end things off here in a moment. But before we do that, Iris said you're going to head over to the Ghost Club. Daryl, you're heading to the hospital to hand over a bag. David, as you are making your way out of the school and walking across campus towards the exit, you do hear something, and you do see something that catches your eye. You see a young lady with brown hair and big eyes, probably the cutest girl you've ever seen in your life, running past you out the door, and being pursued by a very tall, bulky boy who's just yelling out, Lacey, come on, give me another chance, you won't regret it this time. To which Lacey, who's must be what her name is yelling back as she's hastily walking away. No!
Be a man, David.
What?
Be a man, David.
You must be
David
swift coursing
is-
river.
Not going to interfere
With all the
yet.
force of a great typhoon.
Well, you're definitely not going to interfere yet because
Misty.
you're going to get the chance to interfere next session.
Next time.
Oh, okay. That's a sentence.
Yeah, it is 10 o'clock. So we're going to end things here, but David is face-to-face with a young lady being pursued by a boy who seems to be wanting another chance. Iris, you're interested in the Ghost Club, and Daryl, you are roped into taking a bag to the hospital. So that's where we're going to pick things up next in 2 weeks. So, as always, when we finish things off, we give everybody a chance to do a shout-out. Hito, why don't you go ahead and go first?
Sure. My name is Justin. You can find me at Tensei Dragon, TENSEI Dragon, almost everywhere. I am on primarily Bard Rock Cafe. It is a 5th edition D&D show where everybody has wild magic, and even the GM has to take breaks to figure things out, because occasionally pieces of architecture float off with an important NPC inside them, and he has to figure out how to ride around that.
This is valid. Yeah. I listened to the first episode so far of your podcast, and got a lot of chuckle as the cafe blew up.
Yeah. Episode 2 is actually a very high point. It's one of my favorites. I am not personally in it until I think 23
Okay.
is when Nadir appears. But it's great. Absolutely fantastic. And let's see, we are going to be releasing a special here in just a couple days. I believe on Monday it's coming out, where Friday, where for just a cool, like, Stranger Things sort of thing, we fought Vecna with the newly released stat block.
Nice.
What? They've got a stat block for Vecna and 5e?
Yeah, they just released it.
Kind of.
They just released it a couple weeks ago for a promotional tie-in with Stranger Things.
Whoa.
Very cool.
Wait, do they reference Vecna and Stranger Things?
Yeah, in season 4.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch it, but I understand that Vecna's like a primary antagonist of some sort.
I have watched it. I won't give any spoilers, but it is pretty good. I don't mind saying that Vecna's in it because it's literally been blasted everywhere in the media. So,
yeah.
Okay. Jeff, you got anything you want to shout out?
Not really. I'm Jeff. I'm alive. That's
well,
about
we
it.
appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that you're here with us. Steven, go ahead and close us out.
Yeah, Monday we've got a 4th of July one-shot that I'm going to be participating in here on the Random Rhapsody Network. I rolled up a barbarian by the name of Mulligan who looks human, maybe.
We'll
It's
see.
going to be really interesting. Come and check it out if you guys are interested.
Absolutely. Well, I'm Matthew R. Dawson, or at Scruffy Wanderer on the tweets and the Instas. I'm also your friendly neighborhood host and GM here on the Random Rhapsody Network, which is where you can find me every Monday and Wednesday here on Twitch. So on behalf of the Magi-Knights, both the ones here and the ones who couldn't make it this game, and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say thank you for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.